Hello, neighbor. 97.5 WCOS Tomorrow Show today on the Morning Rush. This is Jonathon Rushers, Kelly Nash. So it's actually Monday show today because tomorrow's Saturday. And then there's Sunday. Don't forget, if you want to get to the Vets Ride, Santa's going to be on a motorcycle. We start from Carolina Honda. I think they roll out at 2 o'clock, which means at about 2:35, 2:40, 2:45 is when the first motorcycle will pull into the front of Durham, VA. And if you haven't made a donation yet, go to vetsride.org, gift suggestions and drop-off locations to make it easy for you. If you want to be out there Sunday, I'll look for you. I'm not wearing a Santa outfit, but I will be there. Maybe I can get a Santa helmet with a little white thing on it.
That would be hot.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about Monday show today. I know we're going to do Moral Dilemma Monday. And by the way, if you have a moral dilemma, nobody wants to face a moral dilemma. And when you do, you want good advice, but only advice from persons you trust, like Morning Rush regulars.
Yeah, like random people you've never met.
Right. But we have one thing in common. We're Morning Rush regulars.
That's right. You don't want to go through a moral dilemma alone, and you don't have to.
Right.
You have a family here at 97.5 WCOS. Little dysfunctional family, yes, but they have great advice. And now the question is going to be, the guy proposed, she loves him, she really likes the ring, but he, in a moment of transparency, maybe went too far and revealed that he had bought that ring years ago for another woman who rebuffed him. I don't remember if it's before he actually proposed or he proposed and she said no. Either way, the ring is like 7 years old, but it's a beautiful 2-carat diamond, but she's feeling a little icky about the whole situation. So should she ask him to return the ring, get another ring? What should she do? Suck it up? Learn how to get over it?
You know something? The transparency thing. I know honesty is the best policy, but there's a reason why the saying isn't all the honesty is the best policy. It's just you say I love you, here's the ring. You don't have to give the history of the ring.
What did it say? Loose lips sink ships and cost you $1,000 more in diamonds.
Well, let me ask you this question. You could have been happily married now for 30 years. What if you find out the ring that your husband bought was purchased at a jewelry store where the ring was part of an estate sale, and the ring was actually from a couple that had divorced?
I don't know if that would be as traumatic for most women as you had a different woman in mind when you purchased this.
Mm-hmm.
You bought this because you thought you were going to be marrying her. She said no, and now suddenly I'm like the hand-me-down. Oh, I couldn't get her, so it'll work for you, I'm sure. Give it to Debbie. She likes any diamond.
Yeah, that's why all the honesty is not a good policy. Just the honesty. That's why that phrase is tricky. It's very tricky. Now look what happened. Now we got a moral dilemma. Somebody help us with this. We'll be talking about that. What, 6:10?
Something like that.
6:10 Monday morning, bright and early. We do the problem solving first, so we can get onto the stupid stuff.
I know we definitely want, you've requested, we definitely get into the hottest toy of Christmas. Now, we had this conversation on the podcast yesterday, so we're not going to rehash it right now. But
Yeah.
we will on Monday talk about, what was it again? It's the fart launcher.
Yes.
The Butthead fart launcher is the #1 selling toy this Christmas.
And if I remember correctly, it was Charles who chimed in during the actual live video podcast to give us a thumbs up on the fart launcher.
Okay.
So Charles is in.
Charles loves it.
There's no way I would ever buy that for my kids. Not even if, let's say that it didn't work. Let's say that you were sitting across from the dining room table and your kid shoots you with the fart launcher, but it doesn't at all encroach into your incredible steak that you prepared or the salmon that you grilled, because it doesn't smell like that. Let's just say it doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm still not buying my kids something called a fart launcher.
Does it make it better when it's the Butthead fart launcher? Does that somehow class it up for you?
Because that only means now they're going to start using real farts. You've just introduced that entire activity as being okay. Santa endorsed it.
Well, we'll see maybe what other ridiculous toys that your kids want or that you wanted, or when did saying fart become okay? Oh, here you're bringing out the flowers to try to make us feel better.
I'm just going to
about
move
that.
it around during every shot. When Tumbleweed turns to me, I can have the flowers. And it makes it seem like I'm surrounded by the glory of Christmas.
Well, let me introduce you to a bunch of new words that we got, Jonathan.
Okay.
These are terms that apparently millennials have created regarding dating and dating challenges. We've heard of the phrase ghosting. Ghosting is when, if you haven't heard it, is when someone you went on a date with them and you can never get a hold of them again. They just have ghosted you. They're
Maybe
gone.
their SIM card went bad, like in my phone, and they lost your contact information.
So they don't know who's texting them or calling them, and that's why they don't pick up. And when you leave the voicemail, they don't
Yeah.
return the call.
Now, you're right. Everybody uses that term, ghosting, but
Ghosting.
these are new ones.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've taken ghosting, and
Yeah.
now the next level is caspering. Caspering is when you give them a little heads up that you're about to ghost them. You're a friendly ghost. So that's caspering. We've also got flea bagging, and I know, unfortunately, a lot of women who do this. Then some guys, you keep picking the wrong types of person. You're flea bagging. Stop it. You've got glamboozling.
I like this one.
Glamboozling is when you've gotten yourself all done up, you got yourself a special new outfit, maybe you got your hair done,
Right.
or if you're a lady, you got your nails and your makeup done for this big special night, and then the partner pulls out, not going to make
Now
it.
you're glamboozled and know where to go.
Yeah.
Now what do you do?
Yellow carding is a phrase that
This is my favorite one.
when it's like in soccer, you get a yellow card, that's a serious warning. And if you continue with your behavior, you'll get a second yellow card, which is also known as an immediate red card, which means you're ejected. In a relationship, somebody can give you the yellow card, which lets you know if this behavior continues, you're about to be ejected.
I got a yellow card last night.
Did you? From
Yeah.
Sally?
I did, because she would have given me a yellow card because we were supposed to. I forgot to tell her about this event we got an invitation to, and I'm like, okay, then don't forget we got to leave at like 5:15 to go to this event. She's like, what event? And I'm like, I forgot to tell her. That would have been a yellow card.
We have Chipotle has introduced something new to the world of the work world. I have not considered this before, but what they're doing now is anyone who calls in sick is going to get a phone call from a nurse, and that nurse's job is to find out how sick you really are, but also, does it seem like they might really just have a hangover? If it seems like they have a hangover, a nurse will then visit you at your home and test you
Oh,
to
this is
find
not a
out.
good idea.
Yeah, if they find out that you've got a hangover, then you're open to being fired, and at the very least will not get a day off for your sick day. So
Oh, this will bring an end to all sick days. You'll never be able to get away with another sick day after this. They've got a nurse on staff, Tumbleweed. You call in sick, and they're going to come see you. She's going to take your temp. What's she look like is my first question.
the nurse?
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's thousands of them throughout the country. And finally, one of the crazier stories I find is from the art world, which I always find a little bit odd. A fellow named Maurizio Catlin was down in Miami displaying his art, and his art was a banana duct taped to a wall. It took him all of about 30 seconds to make his piece of art, and he sold it for $120,000. He said, I sold it so quick, I figured I ought to create a number two.
Oh, go back to the well on that one, brother.
And he ended up selling that one for $120,000 by the end of the day. So he sold two of them within one day. So then he made a number three, and that one sold for $150,000. Now, I don't know why this guy's ever stopping. I would be making these things every hour.
Absolutely.
If people just want
I'd
to
be
keep
up
buying
all night long.
Yeah, if you want to buy
Matter
a
of fact,
banana.
all I need is some duct tape. I could duct tape a poinsettia to the wall. Imagine how many of these I'd sell for the holidays.
I don't know. That's the whole thing.
Look
Why
how
would-
beautiful it is.
Was the banana more beautiful? Less beautiful?
I don't know.
What does it mean?
What happens when the banana starts to like rot?
Rot? I don't know.
It's perishable art.
It's just gonna kind of melt.
I don't know. Okay. All right.
Those are all the nutty stories we could talk about on Monday.
Okay. That's a whole boatload. So we're done. And I would like to thank who brought me this poinsettia.
Well, Nicole bought them for every person in the building.
That's right. I'm going to go interchange this one for somebody else's for tomorrow.
You're gonna steal it?
Yeah, for Monday show. I'll have a different prop. It's a different prop every day. When we do tomorrow's show today, reach out to us on Twitter. If you got a moral dilemma, chime in. You got an answer for that, chime in, and we can help you with your moral dilemma. You help us, we help you. That's the way it works. Have yourself a great weekend. See ya.